All right, we're getting started off this morning, and we just completed the first big property. Went with the diagonals, and it's like 45 degrees, and it is cloudy with the lawns being wet from the rain. But it's the two driest days we have this week, because Thursday and Friday might be more rain, and we don't want to be mowing in more cold rain. So today and tomorrow are going to be long days. Got 14 hours worth today and probably another 12 to 14 hours tomorrow. As you guys saw, this lawn is soaked. Last week it was not this bad, but it was very similar, and we've got more rain. Surprisingly, this, you guys saw the height of it. This lawn was cut only 6 days ago. So that's 6 days of growth. It could have been cut over the weekend. It got cut last Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Really probably could have been cut on Saturday or Sunday. And it is soaked. I've never usually see it like this. And this spring has been crazy. Hopefully we can get through May and then have June dry out a little bit. We got this steep one today, and we'll see how it goes because it has been wet on all the other properties, and usually my mower won't be able to make it up. I have to go like an angle, which does pretty decent and doesn't tear it up too much, but I have to get pretty creative on this property, and tons of trimming along the top sides and all around. This we try to do like every once a month just to keep it down, but it's a hillside property, so do what we can. All right, it's been a little bit. It's like 1:30ish. Got quite a bit of properties done. I think we're staying on schedule. This is the new property I just got. It's super steep. You can't even tell on camera. Maybe really can't tell. But whenever it gets wet, I probably won't be able to mow it, especially because it just goes right down through, and then I'll be totally stuck because it kind of drops off a little bit there. But got this one all done. It was all overgrown, probably like up there. Now we're ready to finish off the day with our next section of properties. Well, folks, I broke my first window. Rocks, of course, right there. Shattered into there. Little boom hole. Awful. I don't know how much that was on. It goes. This is a brand new lawn too, so I was probably not going to make money on this year. Here goes that lawn. All right, got money. Yep, look at that. It's gonna all shatter. This lawn is not the easiest as well. It was already overgrown, but it's steep. It is steep. It goes straight downhill. I think I've broken 2 things already this year. First time actually breaking stuff. right on schedule, exactly where I want to be. 7 o'clock, so we got an hour to do the last one. Just finished up the second to last one. As you guys saw, it's a pretty decent lawn, and a lot of fence area though, a lot of weed whacking. But this next one is going to be a smaller lawn, but it's quite unique. And then we got a field to mow in front as well. So we're going to take out the other skag, or the other mower, which is the skag. It's the old beater, so that we do the field brush cutting type stuff with it and don't ruin the Toro and the new blades on those. This has just become way too wet. There's a pit. I'm gonna wait for this to fully dry out. I'm not gonna get anything done. I'm supposed to do the edge of this driveway and then up there. I could probably do a little bit more of the edge, but not much more. No way I'm gonna be able to get in there today. Well, we finished out the day. It's actually the next day, but I forgot to do an ending video because the last property we got stuck, and I actually had to pull out the mower with my truck, and it was a mess. I was supposed to clear out a whole field, but it was wet, and hence why I got stuck. So wasn't able to do it. Everything's getting overgrown. Everything's just wet, and it sucks when things are like this, when it just doesn't dry out, because things just keep growing and growing and growing. But that's how May's going, and that's the business. So it's a tough month, and we'll get through it. And it was a tough day today. Made some mistakes, expensive ones, and it'll make me think better and maybe act better too, and not try to make those mistakes again and break stuff and cost me a lot of money, because that window today is not going to be cheap, especially for being a sliding glass door. Thank you guys for watching this one. We have another 14-hour day tomorrow, and that's actually today. So I'll see you guys in the next one.